During the month of May, fests on designated streets occur every weekend in Athens. Students participate in these fests, but within the past 5 years, the fests have escalated out of control. Some students see this as fun, while others see this as a danger. We're setting out within Athens to see how the citizens feel about fests taking place in their community. Bridget Clark, a resident of Palmer Street, which is one of the most popular streets for fests, describes how the fests were this year in comparison with past years.
This year was really pretty calm and peaceful and everything. And the cops were all pretty cool. It didn't get too crazy.
But last year during the fest, police intervention was necessary, and Bridget recalls what happened.
I don't know, get really intense. People just freak out, and that's when all chaos breaks through.
Last year, all chaos did break loose when Palmer Fest marked the most destructive fest in many years. Couches were set on fire, 1 police horse and 1 officer were injured, and 30 students ended up in jail in only one day.
We usually have the entire year. There were some fires in the street and bottles and cans thrown at police officers. This year, we did not see any of that. There was some community dialogue, some information that was given out to the residents, and also a larger police presence, we believe, all helped in keeping the event, quote, under control, unquote, safer.
A resident advisor for Sergeant Hall, Amber Christian, is in charge of the care of the girls on her floor, and she sees the direct repercussions of the fest within the dorm setting. The fests bring both unclean conditions and strangers into the dorms.
And all day have more students in the building that actually aren't residents here, and it's really hard keeping track of all of them. And the bathrooms get dirtier because of all the mud, and it tends to get more out of control because it's an all-day thing. It's not just at night. So
I go to them all.
Even administrators like Dean Lombardi have attended the fest, but for a completely different reason than most attendees.
Well, I think sometimes it's good for students to see people out there other than just cops. I definitely have students who recognize me and see me and get a little skittish about the fact that I'm out there watching them act like an idiot.
Amber also feels it's important to act as if students' parents were around, always keeping an eye on them.
It's an all-day thing. I tell them just to behave how they would normally behave if their parents are around.
This year, there was more police enforcement, which was a city safety measure to prevent the dangers of last year.
They try to take this harder approach, more police, all that, and it seems to have worked okay.
Even though the fests were under control this year, if they were to escalate to the level they were last year, a lobby from the city would be the only way to outlaw them altogether. Dean Lombardi said the university would fully support that venture.
But I'll tell you, if we were to get back on that track like we were a couple of years ago, or even get worse than that, as a university, we would be lobbying the city very hard to shut those down. They're the only ones that have the power to do that because of the law and because it's private property and city property.